Good morning, my friends. This is just a real quickie to show you what I'm doing with Jack and Jill. And I am going to be adding two little bait trays to each one. These are from my strawberry containers. And I've opened them up. This was it 4 days ago that went through and fluffed. This is Jack, and this is Jill over here. And Jill is the one who got the pulverized food, and Jack got food that was not pulverized. So what I've done is I've already done Jill over here to show you this one. And what I did was I took frozen fruit and pulverized it in my NutriBullet, and it was frozen, so I had to add a little bit of liquid. But what I did, and I'm going to do to each one, same thing, is I have strawberry containers that I've added the mush to, and then I've added some ground oats and some sunflower seeds, and then some eggshell to act as grit. And I'm going to put that on this one. I've pulled out some of the worms. I'm going to actually put those on top. I know it looks like it's castings, but there's there's probably a good 1,000 worms at least underneath that, plus everybody in here. So I'm going to go ahead and cover this over, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the worms, over here. I'm going to just lay it on top, put everybody back in there like they were, and just see if I can start baiting out some worms, because I could see where with the mushy food the worms were already, they were working it. And over here, this is Jack, and Jack had the more solid foods. I don't think you can even see that, but there was all sorts of vegetable peels, banana peels. I had a sweet potato, small sweet potato that went bad. So I'm going to do the same thing over here, and give them both a chance to bait out. So hang on there a sec. Okay, so now I'm back, and I've put a nice layering of frozen food on Jack's side, and this is all the food that was not, this is from 4 days ago, and this is the stuff that was not frozen and thawed and what have you. So you can see that it looks pretty raw, but there's some worms already in there, and I'll just turn the rest of it over and let you see that. There's a couple worms we need to retrieve. And this is the deeper one. The other tray I cut off because I wanted I make it really flat, but I thought, well, you know what? If it's too flat, let me just try the full size. And then I want to turn these over. And you can see I have a fair amount of worms in there already just moving about. And then I'm going to cover everything over just like I normally would. That plastic's going to be in there, and hopefully it'll keep the worms from going down further. They'll say, oh boy, I really like it here. I just want to bury this little tubing that I had. I'm not even going to bother with that this time. I really would like to harvest some of these castings. And that's Jack. Okay, we're done with Jack. Let me pull you back here a little bit. Here's Jill. And Jill, of course, we did the same thing. So I'm going to just scoot over all those pretty much pre-done castings. And then that's Jill's side. And you can see that there's loads of worms over here too. And her side was more massive. Much more worm ballish. And that's pretty deep. That's pretty much the whole way through. There's another. Like I said, I would guess that was probably pretty close to 1,000 worms, if not more. They're smaller worms. Get off. No time for joining. Well, I'll catch them later. All right. And then all of this is going to go back on. We'll set it up just like this. Today is March 7th, and I'm going to give it just a few more days, and I'm going to check on it like in a few days and pull everything up and see what I'm getting. See